I mean? You can put a label on a life, put a label on a lifestyle, you know? Put a label on how you wake up every morning and go to bed at night.
Today's topic is commandments for building as much muscle as possible through bodyweight exercise. Now, the first thing I gotta really make clear is there's no difference between building muscle with bodyweight training as opposed to machines or free weights or anything like that. At the heart of the matter, our bodies just, muscle contracts and it relaxes. The tool is not what's in charge here. No one ever built muscle and got stronger because of a tool they used. Everyone only builds muscle and gets stronger because of how they use their body, not necessarily a weight. So the rules for building muscle with weights are exactly the same as building muscle with bodyweight training. However, some of these are even kind of convoluted. The first rule is it's not about a rep range. It's about level of resistance and how much effort you put into it. So, a lot of times people are like, well, you do this rep range for building muscle and this rep range for strength. I guarantee you, if you do 10 pull-ups, for like a week and a half, and then you do 12 pull-ups for a week and a half, it's not gonna be a big deal. It's not like your body's like, oh, you did 12 pull-ups, time to build muscle. Oh, wait, you only did 10? Okay, no, that's more for, brute strength or whatever. That type of thing does not go through the mind. It's purely down to what's the intensity and how long is it on for. And that's it. Those are your only variables, time and tension. So you manipulate the body weight exercise progressively in various ways to add intensity, add tension, or have more time. So it's not a rep range, it's about how much tension you have on. Lower rep range, more tension. But it's not because you do 5 that you get a certain result, and then you do 10, you get a different result. If the intensity is the same, you're only varying the time. That's the only difference. The second thing you gotta do is always make your recovery extremely important. Okay, this goes under diet, and it goes under rest and relaxation and time off from the exercise, things like that. Because your workout is only going to be as good as your recovery. When it comes to building muscle and strength, it's all about your workout. There is absolutely nothing in diet that makes you build muscle. It's impossible to be like, oh, this is the muscle building diet. Oh, this is, this protein, this makes you build muscle. You cannot get the information that tells you to build muscle from food. You might as well just be like, well, what kind of screwdriver would you recommend for building muscle? It's the same thing. However, the reason why the diet and everything is important because it supports the workout, and that's what builds the muscle. So your results are only as good as your workout is only as good as your recovery from things like your diet and how much sleep you're getting. That's the other thing too, is sleep is hugely important. I would take great sleep with a so-so diet over great diet with so-so sleep. I would definitely say sleep is more important than diet in this respect, to a certain degree. The other things that you want to pay attention to is use moves that are not all that complicated or tricky, so to speak. In the bodyweight world, you get a lot of this where it's like, oh, look at this cool trick this guy's doing. He's like, got his leg around his back of his head and he's bouncing on one hand and he's hopping. No, you want to apply very, very simple principles of movement where you're taking big muscle groups, back, biceps, shoulders, chest, very simple moves, dips, push-ups, lunges, squats, that sort of thing. Things that are relatively easy to get dialed in on and apply them with as much tension as humanly possible. Got to push yourself. That's another thing with bodyweight training is you see people doing tricks and stuff on bars where, their capacity, like let's say they could do, 20 of a certain move and they get 5 and then they rest. So they get the trick down and as much power as possible. That's great and fine and all, but you really do want to at least partially exhaust the muscle in order to have it build and get stronger over time, especially for hypertrophy. So, basic stuff, front, back. If you can do 10, get 9, save a little bit in the tank for your next workout. So just some basic ideas on building muscle through bodyweight training. Let me know if you have any other questions down below. Till then, be fit, live free.